Hello everyone, welcome to Seagulls TV for a team selection video brought to you by Billy's Cakes. Spring has sprung, it's finals time in the VFL, and joining us to preview all the action is football manager Chris Dixon. Chris, thanks for joining us. Must be a fair bit of air of excitement about the place for another VFL finals campaign for the club.
It's hard not to be excited now. The weather's getting better, as you said, so look, especially coming off after the weekend, I think the boys are in a really good place to really attack this final series. So great to have both sides in it. It's a real credit to the way the boys have gone about it and been able to sort of secure a double chance at both sides. So hopefully we can have a couple of good wins and go from there.
Now we'll run through the senior matchup shortly, but just we'll touch on the development side. They've finished second on the ladder this season, and we'll face off against Box Hill, their arch nemesis in the Development League, in this game to get into the grand final. Those two sides have built up quite a rivalry, particularly in September over the last few years. Yeah,
shock horror, it's Box Hill again, so it's looking, funnily enough, we played them last weekend as well. So, look, whenever the two sides go against us, there's always a really good game. So it's been over the past few years, and both clubs obviously put a lot of emphasis in the Development League, and it's been a real platform for both sides to really develop their own players and get them through to senior football. So probably no surprise that it's Williamstown Box Hill in that sort of first final, but look, it is going to be a great clash. We boys went down by about 20 points on the weekend, but probably going to be strengthened by a few inclusions, as are Box Hill. So it'll be a really high quality game of football, and look, hopefully they can really get the weekend off to a good start for us.
And just a reminder that game is on the Saturday at Box Hill City Oval at 11 a.m. We'll move on to the seniors now, and a really perfect way to finish off the home and away season, beating the minor premiers on their home turf. That's exactly the sort of form you'd be hoping heading into finals.
It's probably the best footy we've played all year. You sort of have a look at the numbers and have a look at the way we went about it. So, look, the actual result, it wasn't huge in the scheme of things in terms of how the ladder was set up, and obviously Box Hill weren't playing for anything. They didn't have anything on the line, but from our end, we were pretty pleased the way we moved the ball, the way we defended, and it was just important for us to, I think, get back on the winners list after the week before and get a bit of confidence up leading into finals. So, really good tune-up. It was great to see a lot of guys come in and play really strong roles. Unfortunately, some of those guys have to come out of the side this week due to a few guys returning, but it was great to see sort of the likes of Simon Deary as one, for example, who came in and played a really strong role. Just shows that we do have the depth there if required throughout the year, but pretty pleased with the way we went about it, and hopefully we can take that momentum into this week.
Well, our opponents this week in the qualifying final are Sandringham, who we face down at Trevor Barker Beach Oval in Sandringham. They're arguably probably the informed side of the competition, having won their last 7 games leading into the final series. It's going to be a cracker of a contest and a really hard-fought match, you'd think.
Certainly, I think it's won their last 7 and 11 of their last 12, so they've had a great year, deserve to sort of finish in the top 2, and going to be coming to the game with pretty red hot form. So look, it's going to be a huge challenge for us. We played them in round 2 out of Willie. That feels like over a year ago now. It's hard to even think about that far back. So I think a lot's changed since then. Sort of our side's changed a fair bit, their side's changed a fair bit, as it happens with all these aligned sides. So they've got a lot of confidence at the moment. They've got a lot of VFL listed players who've come in and playing really, really good footy. So they've probably got the favourite for the listed medalist in Clint Jones running around. Mitch Brown, who's had an outstanding year. So it's going to be a huge challenge for us, but certainly one that we'll head into with a fair bit of confidence, and look, we know it's going to be game on, and hopefully we can get the result.
Now we'll take a look at the team or the squad that's been selected thus far for Sunday's game, and a few handy inclusions there with Peter Fawkes, Jack Charleston, Adam Marcon and Brad Mangan all named into the squad.
Yeah, and look, it's great to get that experience back. Look, probably over the last few weeks we've probably had our worst injury run, so but it has created other opportunities. But to come get those 4 guys back in the mix this week, it's going to be a huge bonus for us heading to finals. So look, some of them were pretty close last week, but we're pretty sure that they're all going to be right to go, and they're going to add a fair bit of experience and a fair bit of class to our side.
Now we'll just remind everyone of the situation this weekend. So the development side play out at Box Hill against Box Hill at 11 a.m. on Saturday, whereas the seniors will face Sandringham down in Sandringham at 2 p.m. on Sunday. Now we do have our supporters bus running to the seniors game on Sunday. It leaves Seagull's Nest at 12:30. So please call the club on 93910309 if you wish to come along. We know it's Father's Day, but what better way to celebrate Father's Day than bring your old man down and watch Williamstown hopefully pick apart Sandringham and get into a preliminary final, Chris.
Yeah, plenty of nice bayside restaurants there along the Long Beach Road. So go out for a nice lunch and then head down to Trevor Barker Oval afterwards. Look, the players really appreciate the support. Over the past few weeks, we've had great numbers, and it really does make a difference from the boys. So I really want to see lots of blue and gold out there cheering the boys on. It's a huge part of what we're about and a huge part of us getting a result on the weekend. So hopefully lots of supporters at both games.
Thanks very much for joining us once again, Chris, and let's hope for 2 wins on the weekend.
Sounds good.